Okay, we are live. So, huge welcome to a presentation about Kangen water, about what we do in the Scandinavian wilds to both live a new paradigm way, a way of location freedom, health freedom, and time freedom, where we also make a huge impact and we spread the best quality water that you can get on the planet throughout the world, which is super, super important right now with everything going on in the world. So my name is Monica Helleberg. For those that don't know me, I've been working this way for 4 years. I'm engaged in a lot of international organizations and projects around freedom, around new paradigm living, creating the new earth, creating, showcasing good alternatives around the world, both of making a new way of life and living, but also solutions to some of the biggest problems that we have out there. And what I'm going to present here today is what I've found to be the most powerful, model that ticks off so many boxes for people to create freedom, to create health, to create a long-term plan, to create stability, to create health from on a cellular level and out, so that you don't have to take pills and do all of these things that just keep everything in place and doesn't go to the root of the problem. So for me, this model that I'm living on, that I've created a way of life for me and my family where we don't ever have to go to a 9 to 5. We don't ever have to, think about what's in the water. We're constantly detoxing our systems. We're constantly building an exponential curve of income for us and our kids to that they can inherit once we build this up. So I'll jump into the presentation and I will show you the Japanese company that we're working with, that is really, really stable, completely value-based, and also the products, the way of working, and you'll get the whole picture. So thank you for taking the time with us to have a look at this that have really changed so many people's lives. Let's see, here we are. So the team that we are working in, because the way we work in the world with thousands of people from all over the world that have decided to work in this new way. And the team that we're building here in Scandinavia is called the Scandinavia Wilds. And the company that we work with is called Enagic. And their slogan is change your water, change your life. And that's actually what has happened to so many of us. It's not an understatement. It can seem like a small thing, just change your water, but there is so much more to it. And there's not just, there's so many different things around water. There's so many ways also about making a living and really changing your life path, changing the way that you live your life. So this is what I'm going to show you. We'll show a really powerful tool, the most powerful tool that I've found to really achieve optimal strength and health on all levels through Kangen water, and also a powerful opportunity to create legacy wealth through Enagic's business plan. And this is really about co-creating wealth, wellness, and freedom together. It's going beyond the old world of being stuck, competing with each other, bringing each other down, not helping each other. This is really the more that we link arms, the more that we co-create, the more that we support and lift each other up, the more success you will create with this model. So let's jump straight into Kangen water and what that is. So what is it about Kangen water that makes it so powerful for our health? So Kangen water means back to the origin. And this is because Kangen water is based on the technology is recreating the most powerful natural spring water there is in the world. So we'll go more into, bad water, good water, what kind of different properties that a water can have. But in the world, there are 3 natural springs. There are some more as well, but these are very well known, that have had really powerful healing effects throughout hundreds and hundreds of years. And to these springs, people have gone from far away to just go there and drink the water because the healing effects has been so powerful. The one in France, in Lourdes, is actually blessed by the church. It's recognized by the church as a holy spring because of the different strong healings that people have experienced there. And there's one in Northern Germany, and also in Okinawa in Japan. And in Okinawa, Japan, that is where Enagic got started over 49 years ago. So this has a long history in Japan of knowing the healing properties of water. But what happened 49 years ago was that researchers started to look into what was the properties about this water that really had the strong healing effects in people. And why did people live over 100 years in these areas? Why was the health so strong in this area around this healing spring in Japan? And they started to develop this technology, creating Kangen water. And the technology mimics those most powerful natural springs in the world, creating something called, in the scientific language, electrolyzed reduced water. So the healing spring waters, they've done a lot of research about that, and you can find that if you search on reduced water. But Kangen technology creates electrolyzed reduced water. And if you want to Google around this water, do not use Google. There is so many people trying to bring this water down, trying to talk badly about it. Use Google Scholar, use PubMed, and go for the facts, not the viewpoints. And if you search there for electrolyzed reduced water, you'll get thousands and thousands of real facts, real reviews, real research about this powerful water, and why it's also today a medical grade water, which I'll go into soon. But what they found, the properties that are so powerful in this water, that actually, happens naturally around these healing springs, mostly because it's high mountains there, or the lightning strikes, and it cleanses itself through running down the mountains. But what the properties are is that it have a strong negative charge. Our cells need this. It needs this negative charge to be healthy and to be whole, and to clear out toxins from our body. And it's also structured, which means that it hydrates the body so much more. It goes deeply into the cells and improves the cells' functions of detoxing the cells and letting the water really come into the cells. So if you drink this water, you can drink much more, and you will just the body will absorb it in a completely different way. And it's also full of molecular hydrogen, which we'll talk more about. But molecular hydrogen, there's so much research about this incredible molecule that acts as a really, really powerful antioxidant in your body. And oxidative stress is a huge problem caused by stress, radiation, bad food, toxins, all of that. So this molecular hydrogen counteracts this oxidative stress in the body. And it's also very pure and clean, which means that we don't stress the body by adding toxins and adding chemicals to the body that is usually in the ordinary tap water that we see today. So this is the power that they found in this water that they then want to give to the world. But why is this necessary then? Like, why is the water that most people drink today, why is it so bad? So we need to look at reality. We need to face what is really going on around our water. So warning to be shocked if you don't know this before, but yeah, here's the truth about our tap water. So in our tap water, and sorry to say, some people say, oh, I have a well water, it's much better, but actually it's not true. Like in the well water, there are lots of toxins coming from the air, from farms, from different places. And in our tap water, of course, it's even worse. So what you can find in the tap water and well water is heavy metals like lead, arsenic. You can find pesticides, herbicides from farms, etc. PFAS, PFOS is a known cancerogen. It's used in fire control. It's used as this plastic surface you have on in frying pans, etc. And you can find it like almost everywhere. They've found it on the top of Mount Everest. Like it's a lot of chemicals in our environment and around us. They just go round and round in our system, and there's nothing cleaning them out. And especially through the water, because we are 75% water. Our bodies consist of mostly water. Of course, these affect our health very negatively. You can find, especially in tap water, medical residues, microplastics, even in the water cleaning plants. They've started to use microplastic and aluminium for cleaning the water, which is just crazy, because these microplastics, they then go out into our ecosystems. They fill the bodies of the animals and us. And like, plastics should not be in our bodies. That's kind of logical and clear. You can find chlorine and fluoride, which really disturbs a lot of our hormones, a lot of different glands in our bodies. Even fluoride have been found to degrade our IQ levels, especially when you are pregnant, etc. And much more. So sorry to kind of boost the bubble if you think still that, especially in Sweden, people think that we have very good water. And that's not the case, sorry to say. So, and on top of that, a lot of our pipes that the water moves through are very old. They should have been replaced a long time ago. They're full of corrosion, and a lot of researchers that I've been in contact with, because we try to solve the situation in all kind of different ways that we can. They have warned the politicians. They've even gone to the newspapers. They made documentaries. They have, they've even found cyanobacteria in tap water. And that is really poisonous. That is like causing ALS, cancer, heart disease. Like it's really bad. And they've been warning. And nothing happens because it's a political and a financial issue, and no one seems to want to deal with this. And of course, this affects our body. If we add this water to our bodies become the filter, and it really damages so many different organs and so many different functions in our body. So what is then the Kangen technology? What did they come up with, these researchers, to solve this problem and to replicate this natural spring water for us so that we can get that instead of this bad tap water? So the Kangen water technology is a medical grade ionizing technique that converts ordinary tap water. So you put it on your tap and it goes into the machine, and it creates not only drinking water, but 5 different kinds of water, which with 7 different pH levels. And I'll come into what the kind of waters are. And the technology over the years, it's the world leading standard. It's the original technology, and it's got multiple industry awards and certifications. And it's not just any certifications, it's like the water quality gold quality seal is very unique for Nagic. There are not many other similar technologies that have that, which means that the quality is tested over time. The water is what an addict says that it is. It's really a high level quality certification, and it's also got the top level certifications for the quality of the company. So it's got no debts. It treats all the workers perfectly. It's got an environmental standards, and one of the top standards that it has that no other technology has in the world is that it's medical grade certified in Japan, which means that it started actually as a medical technology in Japanese hospitals. So it was in hospitals, it was in old people's homes, where it actually should be all over the world. It's just that people still don't know about this. The awareness is not strong enough about our water, about the healing qualities of the water, what the water should be like. So the technique purifies the tap water, it ionizes and structures the water, it makes the water alkaline, and it makes it full of molecular hydrogen. And the molecular hydrogen is it's a deep rabbit hole. If you want to go into that, you can look at Molecular Hydrogen Institute, you can look at tons of science, but that is one of the main reasons why it's a medical grade technology. Of course, all of these different aspects of the water are important. Just a note on that, because I see that awareness about the water is increasing. So, but it's important to know that it's all these different aspects of the water that needs to be there for it to be really optimal as these healing springs. Some people, they purify the water, or some people, they distill the water, or some people add something that structures the water. But that is, just a small piece, each of those. Of course, distilled water is like very, very pure, but it's also very acidic. It has no electric charge. They're like it's dead water that doesn't resonate with our cells. It actually takes charge from our cells. So as the awareness grows, people think that one aspect of this is enough, but really you need all of these aspects to get the full power of the water, like the best quality water to your body. So just to dive into, I am a science teacher, so I love to be a little bit techie and go into the science. So the filtration is the first step inside of the machine. And also, depending on the source water, you can have different extra filters, which is important because, for instance, there is an ultra E filter. If you are in the city, I really recommend that. It takes extra amounts of medical residues, heavy metals, etc., from the water. But the unique thing with Enagic as well is that it does not remove the really important minerals that you need in the water. This happens when you, for instance, distill the water or do like reverse osmosis or something like that. So we really need those minerals in the water. That's why Enagic has these super powerful filters that are really, really advanced, and that you can put and really make sure you have the right filters for your water so that you then don't filter out the good things in the water. So you have in the machine, you have a charcoal filter that mostly takes out, the chlorine, bad taste, odor, contaminations, and the microplastics, the particles, and really cleans the water. And you can, for instance, have the ultra E filter. You can have if you have a lot of fluoride in your water, which can happen also naturally, which is not good for our bodies, you can have extra fluoride filters, etc. And then the water moves on, as you see on the picture, to the ionizing process. And there the water passes very high quality solid titanium and platinum plates. And these are actually patented by Enagic. That is one of their secrets, the quality of their plates, which also makes it, a high level product that is an investment to make, but then you have it for life. Like these plates, they keep over time, they do not leak, they are the highest quality plates that you can find. So it really also creates the strong negative charge and a lot of molecular hydrogen, whereas some competitors are actually cheating and they add like chemicals to the water to make it look really good, but it's not. And they have mesh plates that don't hold, last over time, etc. So Enagic has really been there from the start, and they know what they're doing. They have these patented solid titanium and platinum plates that then separate the water stream into an acidic and an alkaline water stream. And you'll see on the machine there are two streams coming out of it, and one is the alkaline, and that's the water that you drink, and the acidic water you can actually use for other things, which I'll show you. And in this process, there's also this molecular hydrogen produced and the strong negative charge of the water, the structure of the water, etc., etc., which is a very, very important part of the medical effect of the water. And then, once this water has been created, what is then the effect in the body, and why is that so important for our bodies? What actually happens when it comes into our bodies? So the three unique properties of Kangen water is that it's an antioxidation agent in the body. It counteracts oxidative stress. It gives superior hydration, and this is something that like top athletes understand in the world, like Ronaldo, like all of these top athletes, they use the Kangen water because it's super hydrating. And it's also used for alkalization of the body, counteracting acidic stress on the body and acidosis. So we'll dive into these different properties of the water and why these are so essential for our health. So first, the problem around oxidative stress and why we need to constantly uh, feed our bodies with antioxidants. And that is why, we eat raw food. Why, oh, eat your vegetables every day, it's because it has antioxidant properties. But oxidative stress is a very, very big problem today. It's causing a lot of diseases and unnecessary suffering out there, and a lot of unnecessary health problems. So, oxidative stress can be caused by stress, by radiation, such as 5G. It causes strong oxidative stress in our bodies. It's caused by toxins, by poor diet, water that is contaminated and has a positive charge, and many other things as well. But a lot of people go around and have the strong oxidative stress in their bodies without even knowing it. And oxidative stress can be the cause of many lifestyle diseases, such as bad immune system, allergies and asthma, inflammations in your joints and bodies that causes other problems such as aches or rheumatism, osteoporosis, when your bones are not, solid and hard enough, psychiatric problems such as chronic fatigue, depression, lack of concentration, irritation, stomach problems are really usual, such as IBS. We've had a lot of people, during these 4 years. That is what I love to see, people just changing their water, and boom, their health just changes around there. And then, with the business model, they can also change their finances around. So it's such a beauty, to just see this water work in your body. And then what does this body or this water then do in your body? So what it does is that it creates this super strong antioxidant effect in the body. And if the antioxidant effect, oxidative or antioxidative effect in the body, is measured in something called ORP. So ORP stands for oxidation reduction potential. That is the potential for something that you take into your body to cause oxidative stress or reduce oxidative stress. So if you look at the scale, so now I'm the teacher here. So if you look on the right side of the scale, on the plus side, these are the things that cause oxidative stress in your body. So if you look at tap water and Coca-Cola and sodas, they are on the same level, causing the same amount of oxidative stress. So ORP is completely different from pH. It's not the same. So water can have like a neutral pH because they have added chemicals to the tap water, but it can still have a very strong positive charge. Like it's usual to be around 300, 400 plus in ORP. And it's the same with water in bottles. It's dead water. When it's on the plus side, it's dead. It hasn't got the negative charge. It's not alive. It doesn't help our cells to come alive and have this negative charge. So that is what you want to avoid completely, what is on the plus side. And of course, the toxins, the radiation, all of that also adds up to it. So on the minus side, that's where you want to be. That's where, the citruses, the green tea, the antioxidants, blueberries, good fatty acids, all of that is on the minus side. And if you look at the strongest antioxidants that you can put into your body, like supplements, it comes up to maybe 200-300. Maybe there are some that go higher. But if you look at Kangen water, it is super antioxidant. It comes up to minus 850. I've seen like minus 950. You can't like say for sure. It depends on, the source water and some aspects of it. But just one glass of Kangen water is you can compare it to like 20 glasses of green tea or 1.5 liter of blueberries in the antioxidant effect in your body. So of course that helps all of this, attacks of oxidative stress. It counteracts that in our bodies every day. And the water is something that you drink all the time. It's not a supplement you have to remember to take. It becomes a natural daily thing that you only want to drink this water once you started. And then you have this constant detox effect happening in your body, which we need, especially in these times. And Enagic also has another super antioxidant as a supplement. So they have the water, and they only have one super supplement in Enagic. And this is to really boost this antioxidant effect even more. And also when you take supplements and antioxidants with the water, their effect will be stronger in your body, because the water helps the supplements to really come into your cells and have that antioxidant effect. And the Kangen Yukon, which is the name, has been developed by Naji because turmeric is also part of the Japanese tradition. It's a super antioxidant. It's been used for hundreds of years in Japan, and they actually have patents on this as well, because they have special cover. What do you say in English? Yeah. They have a special cover on it that really makes the Yukon really much more powerful, and it's grown in Kangen water. It's produced in Kangen water, and it has lots of different help supplements in it as well, like minerals and oils, etc., so that the uptake of this Yukon, this turmeric, really goes into your cells even deeper. So you can go deep into just turmeric. It's an amazing product, and there's so much research and science on it as well, but we won't go like too deep into it. And just to mention, for those that are interested in the business model, it has a compensation plan of its own. So it's very good to, invest in the Yukon if you want to do this as a business as well. So let's go into hydration and why Kangen water is a super hydration, has a super hydration function in the body. So our bodies consist of around 60 to 75% water. So the hydration is, of course, really important for our functions in the body, for your whole system to function properly. So the brain consists of 85% water, and just a really slight dehydration of the brain can cause headaches, lack of concentration, and various mental disorders. We've actually had that in our team. I've seen it with my own eyes, how people have transformed their mental state, their mental what do you say, these disorders, and come out of that through the Kangen water. So that's so beautiful to see that it can be as simple as you are dehydrated. So many people go around and they are constantly dehydrated without even knowing it, because when you drink bad water, it's not going to hydrate you. It's not going to come into your cells in the same way, which means that your bodily functions are not going to, support you the way they should. The kidneys are 80% water. Of course, they are the ones cleaning out the toxins. And when that doesn't work, you build up toxins in your body. Your skin is 70% water and really needs to stay hydrated to be healthy. Your lungs are 80% water, and the breathing and the lungs don't function the way they should if you're not properly hydrated. The blood is, of course, the most important. It's 95% water, and that is the blood, of course, it brings out nutrition, oxygen, and it detoxes the cells. It's like it's so important for our cells to function that our blood is full of hydration and water. And why is Kangen water then so much more hydrating than ordinary water? So Kangen water is structured water. It is called electrolyzed reduced water in the scientific language. And it is opposite to tap water. So first, when water runs through pipes, when in the taps, and is under pressure, the molecules cluster together, like on the right side of this picture. And if you see on the right side, you see the green lines there. That is the cell membrane. And there's a small channel into the cells that is called the aquaporin helix. And when these big clusters of water come into our bodies, they don't enter the cells. They can't come through this little channel into the cells properly, which means that we can drink as much water as we want. If it's bad water, you're not going to be hydrating your cells anyway. But on the contrary, if you drink electrolyzed reduced water, it has a smaller structure, and it has a structure that penetrates the cell membranes more than 6 times more than the tap water. So it means that the cells can hydrate. It means that your organs can be hydrated. It means that the cells' functions start to work properly. We have mitochondria, for instance, in our cells. It's like the energy engine within the cells. They start to work. The nutrition starts to come into the cells. The oxygen starts to come into the cells. And of course, when our cells function, our bodies is made of cells, our whole health starts to change. So that is the power of hydration, and it's the power of the structured water that we're working with. Okay, so the third property is the alkalinity of the water. So the Kangen water, if you see on the pH color chart, you might remember this. It's a lot of science here, but I want you to really understand what we're working with here. So if you see on the right side of the chart from 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5, that is alkaline in the pH color chart. And those are the 3 different waters that we drink as Kangen water. So the Kangen water is slightly alkaline. And then on the left side, it's the acidic part of the scale. And there are actually acidic waters in the technology as well, but we don't drink those. We don't want that in our bodies, because when we drink something that is acidic for our bodies, which is also like sodas, and there are a lot of different things that causes acidic acidosis in our bodies. It also causes, like for instance, cancer grows in an acidic environment. Diabetes gets worse in an acidic environment. And if you think like your body is like a fish tank, would you like pour in Coca-Cola into a fish tank? Do you know like how bad that would be for the fish? Like if you think about your own body, like what you put into your body actually really affects your body straight away. So you really want to counteract all the acidity that is attacking you in your body, and you want to drink slightly alkaline water to counteract this acidosis, which causes a lot of health problems for us. So yes, just a note on that, because some people confuse alkaline and alkalized. So just to be sure about the difference, Alkaline is when you, for instance, add magnesium or other chemicals into tap water, and you say that, oh, this is good for me, I'm getting more alkaline in my body. And yes, that can have some health effects for sure, but it can also build up long term in our bodies, and it can actually affect our bodies negatively and the pH balance negatively in the long run. And the water, of course, that you mix these chemicals with is not clean, it's not negatively charged, it's not full of molecular hydrogen. So it's really completely different to just add chemicals to the water than drinking Kangen water, which is alkalized, not alkaline. So alkalization and something that is alkalized is a completely different chemistry. It is through this electrolysis process in the machine that the water is ionized and it becomes hydrogen rich. And it is this really super powerful molecular hydrogen that acts as an intelligent alkalizer in the body, and it returns the cells to a balanced pH level, which means that you can't drink too much. It has this negative charge, and it like attaches to things with a positive charge, like acidosis and like toxins and the bad stuff in your body, and it pulls it out of your body so that the body has becomes more alkalized, which of course, you know, counteracts this acidosis and all the diseases that comes with acidosis. So yes, that's the alkalinity of the water. And now I'm going to go into the details about, you know, the different waters on the machine and why it's both to have this healing spring, the super powerful health you know, properties in the water that the Japanese researchers wanted. They wanted as many people as possible to be able to experience, to not have to go to Lourdes or somewhere else to have this powerful spring water in your home. So, and you can also use it to really not use any toxins anymore in your home. So I'm going to show you, you know, the other benefits of the different waters, not just for drinking, but for other things in your home. So basically there are 5 types of water, and there are like multiple uses for this water. Like once you go into Kangen water, it's like, yeah, it's a big area that you're getting into, and you just, you know, fall in love with it. You really do, because it does so much, not just for your health, but for cleaning out toxins in the world, cleaning out plastics in the world, you know, also the compensation plans, powering up your finances and economy, etc. So it's really like a love relationship. It becomes like that. It's just the way it is. So on the machine, there are different, what do you say, buttons to push, and you have one button where it says 2.5, and if you press there, you actually get water out from the machine that is instead of disinfectant. So you don't need the like lots of disinfectant chemicals in your home. The 2.5 is so acidic that you can clean any surfaces with it. You can like there are even dental clinics and hospitals, you know, using it for disinfecting your home. So, and then there is a water called beauty water. It's the pH 6.0. And this is the pH of your skin. And it's also water that plants really love. So you can use it for your plants, you can use it for your skin. And Enagic also has a shower unit that has this 6.0 pH in the water, because they really they have also healing springs in Okinawa. So they wanted to reproduce those healing abilities of the healing springs in Okinawa. And because also our body or our skin is the body's largest organ, and when we shower, we can absorb around 1.5 liters of water. And of course, we don't want those toxins that, the arsenic, the lead, the medical residues, all of that going through our skin either. And that's why Inadi came up with an Espa, with a shower unit that you can put on your shower and it will clean the water. It's a carbon filter, actually with magnets as well, that makes it the negative charge, and it's impregnated with tourmaline that also reduces stress, improves mental alertness, strengthens the immune system, and it's really healing for your hair, for your skin. Like, I never use like conditioner anymore. Like, I really don't have to. But whenever I've gone somewhere and I don't have the Nespa, and you just take a shower, you can feel like your skin just drying up, like becoming all flaky, and the hair just drying up as well. And like, yeah, it's not nice at all. And you feel the chlorine like coming into your body. But the Nespa, you just feel so healed in your whole skin and in your hair and everything. It just heals your skin and hair beautifully. And you also really relax, and like yeah, there's something just completely letting go in a Nespa bath is a beautiful experience. And then on the technology, on the machine, there is the pH 7, which is just neutral. So this is the water that you can take when you eat food, because sometimes the Kangen water can interfere with your stomach acids. And maybe also if you get like your grandma coming or a baby, where you don't really want them to go into detox because the Kangen water is so super antioxidant that sometimes you can get a little headache. You can start to have detox symptoms in the start when you drink the water. So if you have someone coming that you think, okay, you don't want to detox on them right now, you give them just the purified water. It's not the Kangen effect in it. So that's good to know. And also right when you take medicines, because Kangen water can actually make the medication even stronger, like go into your cells even stronger. So it's good with medicines that you take pH 7. And then it's the Kangen water, and that we've said all about that, the properties, the antioxidant properties, the alkalizing properties, etc. And that comes in 3 different levels. So it's different strength, you can say. So you start with 8.5 and you go up to 9 and then 9.5. And this is, like I said, this is because you might have some detox in the beginning. I had a really strong detox when I started, but I'd had Lyme's disease, and they didn't, the doctors didn't find it for 5 years. So my health was not good, when I started with Kangen water. And I had the Lyme disease was out of my body, but I was really tired. My nervous system was full of toxins, and I was like just struggling, to manage life. I just really didn't feel like I had energy for anything. And I started to drink the water, and I remember like I couldn't drink any more than 8.5 because the detox was like quite heavy. And I think after a week I started to drink 9, and I think after 3 weeks I could drink 9.5, and after like 4 weeks my energy levels were just off the roof, and my health was back, in these 4 weeks time. And from experiencing that, it was just sheer joy, and like, this needs to get out there. Like, people need to understand the power of this water and what it can do for your health. So I was just booming it out everywhere. And I'm still doing that because over these years, I've seen even more healings happening. And then it's like a Japanese saying. I know in Sweden, we're like, oh, we shouldn't bother people. Sorry, I'm not like that. I'm like, in Japan, they say if you know something good, you should tell people because it can help them. So that's the way I work as well. Like, this works. It has the top certifications. It helped me. It helped so many others in so many different ways. So it needs to get out there. And I use it for everything. Like, you don't want these toxins in your water when you cook, when you clean anything. You use this water for everything. And then there's 11.5 water, which you don't drink, but that is strong Kangen water. And this works as an emulsifier. I mean, this removes fat. You can actually use it instead of a kitchen spray. You can clean the floors with it. You can put vegetables in it, and it will draw out remnants of pesticides and toxins from your food, which is super important because we don't want toxins from our food either, right? And it also charges the vegetables. It's got this strong, super strong negative charge. So it even makes the vegetables even more supercharged with negative ions. So yeah, there are so many more uses to this water, but now you know, like, the basic 5 different types of water. And basically, now you know the situation, you know the water, you've seen the whole picture of what it is, the technology, and then it's just, for you to feel and decide, like, if you want to give yourself and your family the clean, optimal water that Kangen water is. For me and so many others, it's really like a baseline. It's like the foundation for our health and for our energy, because we are 75% water. And if you want to give yourself, the best water there is, and to really strengthen your health, this is like the super water that it's the best water you can get for your health. So just to sum it all up, I know this is maybe a lot to take in, and a lot of science and a lot of different, stories here and there. But just to sum it up for you around the water, and then we'll move on to the business plan as well. And why Kangen Water and Enagic is the leading ionizer company in the world. It has a technology with international standards and multiple industry awards and international certifications. So there's no other technology that has this high level of certifications and standards that Enagic has. It has super high levels of molecular hydrogen because of their patented technology with the solid titanium and medical grade platinum plates. And it's alkalization through ionization, not through chemicals. It has a medical grade certificate in Japan, which is one of the hardest countries in the world to qualify for the certification, which means that thousands of studies have been made and thousands of doctors and researchers are behind this technology. It's an over 48-year-old company without any debt, and they actually have a business plan of several hundred years. So they're just getting started. Like, I was actually at an Enagic event, in Germany just recently, where we met the founder of Enagic, Mr. Oshiro, a beautiful 80-year-old man that looks like he's 50 or something. Like, I don't know how he looks so young. Like, he's so much energy and joy, and like completely passionate about this water. But they talked about Japanese companies. They're actually some of the oldest companies ever that are still working and are alive are from Japan. So they are like so amazing at entrepreneurship, at thinking long term, which means that, yeah, they're just getting started, and they have already built up over these years an international presence with offices in over 40 countries over the world, which means that if you have a machine, if you start to also work with this, you have service and support, all over the world. You can work all over the world. If something happens to the machine, anywhere you are in the world, you can get service for a lifetime at a very, very low cost. So they have a guarantee for the K8 for 5 years, but because you also have lifetime service for just a small service fee and the cost of the shipping to the nearest office, they make all the parts, everything themselves, which means if something breaks, you can just change it. So it is an investment that you make, that you have, where you have this technology for 25 plus years, maybe for a lifetime. And there are even like people that have had their machines for like it's 48 year old company for like 47 years and stuff like that, and it's still working. So it's also for me super important that this is a company that I can 100% stand behind, that have clear ethical values, and where they really want to create financial freedom, time freedom, and health freedom for as many people as possible. And that's what we, as independent distributors of Enagic, that's what we call ourselves. We're all like sovereign, we're all independent. We do it the way that we do it, according just to the guidelines from Enagic. But we're all about, creating that massive financial freedom, time freedom, and health freedom for people. So this is the actual technology that they have developed for us. So on the left side, it's the white machine, is the K8. That is the top of the line. That's a flagship model that most people invest in, because if you make this investment, you want the best machine. At least that's how we were thinking. And the K8 has 8 number of plates. That's why it has this name, which means that the levels of molecular hydrogen, the negative charge, etc., is the highest in that machine. And the ST501 platinum is the one with the platinum front, and ST501 is right next to it, and they're actually the same machine. It's just like the looks that are different, and they are like just below the K8. They have 7 plates, but they have good numbers of molecular hydrogen, of a negative charge, everything like that. They have all the different waters, like all the machines have the different water levels. It's just not as powerful. And then there's the JR4 level, which is more like an energy saver model if you're out on the ship or in your cottage, or something like that. Doesn't come up to the medical grade levels, so I wouldn't recommend that for your home. And then it's the Anespa that you plug into your shower, and so that you get clean water also through your skin, and so that you get the healing for your skin and your hair. And if you want to go into the details of the prices of, there are ways to actually start either your business or to get this water technology really for everyone. There has been people that had nothing, started from zero, and Enagic is such a good company that they actually offer special programs for those people as well. Or if you have the money and you just want to get started the best way possible, usually you start with a K8, an Anespa, and the Yukon that I presented. That's called a trifecta, because then you get the full health benefits, and you also get, if you want to start a business, you get the best business model for you to get started. But really, just book a call or reach out to me, and we'll look at the details, we'll look at the prices. They also have price plans for people that can't make the investment all in full. And also, if you are plugged into the Freedom Era. The Freedom Era, I'm going to present that soon. That is our education platform. Then you book a call with your specialist in that platform, and they will walk things through with you. So yes, that is this amazing technology that we work with. Okay, so that was all about the water. So I just thought that I will have a little break here to just see if you have any questions so far, any thoughts, and then we'll jump into the business model as well, where it's really for those of us that live on this, like me and my husband. My husband quit his job 2 years ago. We've spent 1.5 years fully with our kids together, and we live out on a farm. We have complete time freedom, we have financial freedom, we have our health freedom, and we want to give this to as many people as possible, because in these times we need to be powerful. We need to step up as leaders in the world. There's so many out there that need this financial power, that need the health power, that need that to be able to make a positive, strong impact in the world, which is so needed right now. So yeah, I'll just stop my share for a little while, and just, if you have any thoughts, anything, there are no stupid questions at all. If there's anything that you think about or want to share, or just unmute and let me know. I think you're muted, Birgitte. Did you want to say something?
Yes, but it's just so informative and so wonderful, and I really appreciate everything you're telling about this, because it is groundbreaking in a way, and so needable with the water quality. Also, as we see it here in Denmark now, it's
definitely. In Denmark,
Yeah.
it's, I'm sorry to say, but it's really bad water. I have
Yeah.
family down in Denmark, and
Yeah.
just, when you smell the water, like the ordinary tap water, it stinks of chlorine. Like there's so much chlorine. And I guess you don't have many mountains either in Denmark. Like it's very flat, and it's usually like by mountains and things like that the water is a bit better. Like where we live, it's like a bit high altitude, like a bit higher up, and usually that's the areas where it's better. But yeah, I think in Denmark it's so needed, and it's in Europe right now, there are only 200,000 people that have Kangen water machines. Like it's nothing.
No,
It's not known yet. It hasn't come to Europe. Like people don't know this here.
Yeah.
So
But there is an enormous awareness among loads of people in Denmark that they, for instance, they try to clean their water with charcoal and really give their best intentions into the waters and try to energize it by just by
exactly.
movements and so on. But still, if our water is so poisoned, as we are aware about now, and as you said, there's coming so much focus on it right now, also in Denmark. Also with all the pollution in the seas, and it's incredible. So it is so important. I'm all in, Monica, and it's really, I appreciate this introduction.
I'm so excited. You're so welcoming.
Yeah, I know. But also when you get this introduction, and also like you say, it's medical and it's scientific and so on, but it's necessary, because that's how it works with the water in our bodies.
And me and Birgitte, we also worked with a bigger international project about the water, and with researchers from all over the world. And I'm thinking also, and it's so, when you get it black and white, you see the seriousness of the problem. And like we were talking to the Inuit tribes of Greenland, which you made the contact with, which was so valuable, where they say it's like in Greenland, there's like a big water pump with all the water of the oceans, they come through. And so many people there are getting cancer, are getting different diseases because the oceans are so poisoned. You know, there's so many poisons there. And 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 also like all the plastics in the ocean, all the terrible things out there. And we can't do everything, but just, you know, by having this machine, you're also removing toxins like a little bit at a time, like from the whole system. Like whenever the water is cleaned and it comes through your machine, you're like doing your part of actually cleaning the
Yeah.
whole water system, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But it is so true. It is so true. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's so many aspects of this that is, and then it's just urgently needs to get out there, like because of
Yeah.
the situation.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank you,
have a
Birgitte.
plan.
Thank you. So I will jump into the business model as well. So we have that. Let me see. There we go. So yes, this is about really empowerment financially, owning your time freedom and your health freedom. So what does it mean then to work as an independent distributor for Enagic? So independent distributor means that once you own your own Kangen water machine, you can choose to also become an independent distributor. So you are in charge, you are your own leader, you work with this the way that you find best. So you own a machine, you can recommend it to others and you earn a commission. That is like the baseline. And you don't have to at all. You can just own a machine for yourself. But if you also want to tap into the compensation plan, which is super powerful, you can become this independent distributor. So at the base, there's a patented compensation plan, which took 2 years for Enagic to develop. They do it the Japanese way, and it's very, very ethical. It's very thought through. It has a lot of freedom and choice in it. It's not, this stressful kind of MLM models. Like people often think to the past and think, oh, it's that kind of MLM, oh, it's shady, oh, it's this and that. It has nothing of that because this is unique, this is patented. This is something called the 8-point commission model with high ticket commissions, where you own your machine and that's it. Like you don't have to make a lot of sales, you don't have to buy lots of stuff, you don't have to have like a rate for how much you want to need to sell. There's nothing of that. Like you own a machine, that's it. And you have the possibility when you recommend others to also use the machine to get these super high commissions, which means that these very, very high commissions that actually come really fast from the start. Of course, there are no guarantees. Like you have to learn, you have to implement, you have to work. This is a business. It's not like, oh, it all comes to you. No, you have to treat it as a business. You have to do the work. But once you start to get these high ticket commissions and others that you bring in also, you work together and they also tap into the business model, then it's very duplicatable. Like people will want to work with this because it is so beneficial for you. Like it's so abundant, it's so rich, it really comes back to you really, really fast. And the beauty of this model is both that it's ethical and it's a win-win. You come into a new paradigm way of working together where you win, I win, and it's where we collaborate and work together. That is when the big win happens for so many people. And Enagic also has these huge lifetime bonuses and leadership bonuses that kicks in once you've been in Enagic for a while. So they really want to give back to the ones that value the water, that value the company, that value this way of working, where you actually can come to these huge long-term wealth and legacy creating incomes that are just really crazy, like really amazing, where we are actually at, me and my husband. And with 4 years in, um, I can't make an income claim. So that's I would love to, say what we're actually making. But I can just say, like 2 years ago, he could quit his job, and now we live on this full time, like really have our freedom, we have our time. And I've been able to spend my time on doing so many, good projects for the world, really giving to my kids, really doing building our farm, building something beautiful in this world. And the kind of the one thing that I'm passionate about is that I believe the more people that step into our real passions and live our life from doing what we really love to do, that is when the world becomes more and more beautiful. And I see this model as really that model that can help people to get there, to really living a relaxed and beautiful and sovereign and independent life. So yes, let's really give some examples of the business model so that you see. And as I said, these are only examples, but then you see the power. Like this is work, especially in the beginning. Like I built this business very seriously, like for 1 year, and then I could let go of my work as a teacher. But I did like 1-2 hours every day consistently, and I learned from those that had the results, and I implemented. So that we'll talk more about, like how we work and what you can do to actually make this work. But just to show you the super power of the business model. So when you buy your own machine, that is your ticket into the business model. And when you have your own machine, it comes with a unique distributor ID. And that is how Enagic knows that when you recommend a machine, you put your ID on the order, and Enagic knows that you will get that commission. And as I'll show you this, from these 8 points that are distributed for each machine, you will get commissions, and also the person that introduced you, and maybe some people up the line will get some commissions. But once these 8 points are distributed, the higher lines are cut out, which means that this is not a typical MLM. This is not like a pyramid or anything like that. This is the 8-point model, and we'll go into how that works. So the basics of Enagic, like I said, is the 8-point model. This is the example of the K8. The one piece of commission for a K8 is worth 285 euros, which is quite a lot just for one piece of commission. Like that is the smallest amount that you can make in Enagic. So the commissions for one sale of a K8 range from 285 up to 1,710 euros. And that is depending on how long you've worked with this and how many sales that you and your team have done. So there are different values for the commissions for the different machines, but we'll not go into the details of that now. We'll take the K8 as an example. So when that machine is sold, there are 8 points of commission being distributed for the distributors. So, and depending on how many sales that you and your team have made, you rank advance from 1A up to 6A. And for each lane, they're called lanes, the different levels, you get the same amount of pieces of commissions. So in 1A, you get 1 piece of commission, 2A 2 pieces of commission, 3A 3 pieces, etc., etc. And the group sales is what defines if you can rank up to the next level in Enagic. And in the group sales, both the sales that you make and the ones that you bring into your team, the ones that you recommend the machine to, their sales also counts into the group sales. So that's where the team effort come in. The more you support your team, the more you support others in your team to grow, the faster you also rank advance in Enagic. So the first 2 sales is 1 piece of commission, which is 285 over 10 sales. Or after those 2 sales, you come to 2A. After 10 sales, you come to 3A. After 20, it's 4A. After 50, 5A. And after 100 sales, it's 6A. And it might sound a lot, you know, when you see it, but once you start growing your own team, it can just grow exponentially. It's like rings on water, you know. I think I made like 15 direct sales, like sales directly to people the first time I came to 6A. Now we have like 3 6A accounts, but it's not much. It's like in 10 months, it was 15 people that bought a machine from me, and I came up to 6A. So that is the power also of the teamwork that you do. So I'll just take some examples for you, and these are just examples to show you the power of the compensation plan. And I feel that this is very ethical because the machines are really high quality. It is an investment, but people can actually get that investment back, and they can also then create a legacy, wealth, income, and abundant way of life through this. So you start with owning your own machine, and first you start in 1A lane with your first sale to Sarah. And there you earn 285 euros for that first sale. And you sell another machine, your second sale to Mats, and earn 285 euros again, which means you had 570 euros in commission so far. But then you also open up your indirect sales commission, which means that when Mats also starts to recommend machines to others, he's in your 1A lane and he starts to recommend the machine to 5 different people. Because he's in your 1A lane, you will earn 285 euros also for all the machines that Mats recommends to others or sells to others, which means that now you made 1,425 euros in indirect sales, maybe through supporting Mats to talk to people or to present or show webinars, etc. And after that, after those 2 sales, you can open up your 2A lane, which is between 3 and 10 sales. And you sell a machine to Clara, and there you get 570 euros. So you've earned in direct sales 1,140 euros. And Clara, she's really passionate about this, and she takes it seriously. She learns, she implements, she goes up there and she recommends the machine to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different people. And because Clara is in your 2A lane, you also earn 2 pieces of commission for those sales that Clara does, which means that you now earn 5,415 euros in commissions. And now you are over 15 group sales in your business, which means that you can open up your 3A lane. And the 3A lane is between 11 and 20 sales. And there you sell a machine to Hannah. and you earn 3 pieces of commission, which means 855 euros. And now in total, you made 1,995 euros in direct sales commission. And Hannah is a real businesswoman. She takes this very seriously. She learns and she implements, and she goes out there in her network and she sells 10 machines, where because she's in your 3A lane, you earn 3 pieces of commission for everything that she does. And there you see, like, just starting out still, you see the power of this compensation plan, which means that you now earn 13,965 euros in commissions. And you come over 26 group sales. These are all the sales that made from Mats and Clara and Hannah and you all counted in together, which means that you can now open up your 4A lane. And that is between 21 and 50 sales. And you make a sale to Erik and get 1,140 euros, 4 pieces of commissions. So you earn 3,135 euros. And now you are over 27 group sales. And when Erik goes out and he sells machine to people, this is now, sorry, this is what he gets. So not what you get. This is what he gets. 285. Oh, sorry, it just goes away. What is that? And 570, 570. But because Erik is in your 4A lane, what you get is 1,140 times 5 in commissions for those sales, which means now you made 19,665 euros altogether in indirect sales. And so I think you see like the power and the wealth that you can create with this business plan. So I won't like go too much into detail. I won't bore you more, but you know, this is important to get that financial wealth and health also for your life. So just to generalize, like you move on, you create impact and you inspire a team, and you come over 50 group sales, and there you can open up your 5A lane, which is between 51 and 100 sales, and you get 5 pieces of commission, which is 1,425 euros, both for direct sales and indirect sales, as long as these pieces of commissions are, you know, the 8 pieces of commissions can be distributed. And I'll show you what I mean with that just soon. But in 5A, you earn 1,425 euros. And just to repeat the different lanes here for you. So in 1A, you earn 285, 2A, 570, 3A, 855, 4A, 1,140, and in 5A, 1,425. And then the first kind of real, you know, big milestone in this business is when you reach 6A. And that is for some people, like with me, my partner, with my husband, Christopher, we just raced to 6A like in 10 months. Some people, it takes like 4 years to get there. Some people do it in 6 months. Some people have actually had like one event and boom, 6A. So it really depends on how much energy and how big of a network you have, and you can start from scratch. You'll learn, and you learn to implement, you know, the tools that we have to get there. But I think, you know, with the power that is in here, it doesn't matter like if it takes 1 month or 4 years. Like the power that you then create exponentially in your life is so strong that you really want to come to to those legacy income levels. So in 6A, you earn 1,710 euros for the rest of your life, like forever. Every sale you make, you earn that amount of commission. And you also get your first one-time bonus, which is 2,100 euros. And it's still just the beginning. So before we go into like the higher leadership levels, that was like the base plan for Enagic, which is just it's in itself super powerful. But just to let you know why this is not like the classical pyramid or multi-level marketing, even though it is networking, it is direct sales. But because it's the 8-point business model, there are actually only 8 points of commission being distributed for every sale. So I'll just have a little example for you around that so that you understand what that means. So let's say you come to 6A and you have made a sale to Christy and Christy, she works with the business and achieves 4A in the business. And like I said before, remember when someone is in your 6A lane and they make a sale, you make 6 points of commission for every sale that they make, remember? But now Christy, she has worked her way up to 4A and she makes a sale to Clint, which means that Christy, because she's in 4A, she earns 4 pieces of commission, right? And maybe you're then expecting to get 6 pieces of commission, but you only get 4 pieces of commission as well. So why is that? Like, why are you being cut out of some of the commissions? You are in 6A, Christy is in your 6A lane, but you're only getting 4 pieces of commission. And this is because there are only 8 pieces of commission being distributed for every sale. And when Christy is in her 4A, she eats up 4 pieces of commission. And these commissions are always distributed from the bottom up. So it's actually those that are new in the business that get the most benefit from these 8 points commissions. So Christy, she gets 4 pieces of this cake. You can see the 8 points as a piece of pie or a cake, which means that there are only 4 pieces left for you. So you only get 4 pieces of commission, not the 6 pieces. And this, for me, is very ethical. It means that it's not the classical MLM or like pyramid structure or something like that. It's very much more ethical, where the ones that are new in your business, those are the ones that you put extra time and energy and support to help. And those are the ones that you get more commissions from. But the more someone grows, the more they're independent, the more they rank advance, the more, they take self-leadership, and you don't have to support them as much. You actually get less commission. But this also means that it means that I get, the incentive to also continue with my business, to not just get lazy and lay back and just earn money from my team and from lots of other people. It actually means that I, as a leader, continue to set an example of bringing new people into the business and offering this opportunity to people. And so it's just very ethical, and it's not the classical pyramid or MLM structure in this, just to let you know clearly. And just to let you know, for those of you that really feel like, wow, this is what I want to do, this is something that I want to go all in on, this is something that I believe can create this new paradigm way of wealth and health creation in my life. Most people that go full into this business, they start with something called the trifecta. And I mentioned it before, it's both to get the full health benefits of Enagic's products and technology. And the trifecta is usually made of a K8 and a Yukon and an Anespa. And these give you the full health benefits, but it's also a powerful strategy that really boosts your business from the start so that you get set up the best way possible for your business. There's even, if you want to go full in, that's actually what me and Christopher did. There's something called the quad, where you start with 4 units. There you go, like if you want to go like slow lane, you take 1 machine. If you want to go fast lane, it's the trifecta. If you want to go like super powerful race lane, you take the quad, like me and Christopher. And I think, like, honestly, like, we earned it back like 3 times over within a couple of months from starting. But that's us. Like, we really went the fast track super speed model. But what it does for your business is, because if you remember the lanes, that you start with your own machine, and then you have the first lane, which is only 2 sales. So a lot of people, they do this hack that has been taught by our leaders to us. Actually, they do a hack where they actually place units in their 1A lane, which means that the first sale that you get will be placed in your 2A lane, which means that you fast track into 2A. With a quad, it is like going to 3A from the start, which means if you do the trifecta, not to confuse you about the quad now, if you do the trifecta, you earn 2 pieces of commission from the start. If you do the quad, you actually earn 3 pieces of commission from the start. So it's like any kind of business. If you do more investment from the start, you will get faster return on an investment and faster track to getting your business going. Because what is important to understand is that once someone joins your business, let's say you would place someone in your 1A lane, they can't be moved. So let's say you place someone in your 1A lane and they go wild and they go and spread this, over the world. You will earn only 1 piece of commission for everything they do. If you would have placed them in your 2A lane, you would earn 2 pieces of commission for everything they do for all future. So that is the importance. It's completely fine to start with 1 machine. It's like, but I want everyone just to know this information, to know that this is a strategy you can use to actually earn 2 points or even 3 points of commission from the start. So if you want to, dive into that with me, just, reach out to me or the person that invited you, or set up a 3-way call with me, and I will gladly answer any questions and show it more in detail for you, so that you're crystal clear on the best way for you to get started and where you are at. Okay. Great. And I love this because it is about the teamwork. Let's say one of these squares is 1 sale, like 1 unit that is being distributed in your team. And you see all the colors are different people that you work with. It's different people in your team. And the blue ones might be yours, even though, for me, that would have been many sales. Like, I only have 15 up to 6A. But just to show you that you're not alone in this. And some people found 1 person and they became 4A, because they're people that have these huge networks. So some people find 1 person and they go boom. Some people work slowly and steadily and come to 3A, 4A in a year, but maybe they do it on the side, on the side of their ordinary job or whatever. This is a long-term plan. So there is no competition. This is your own gift. This is what you do for you and your long-term plan, but you're not alone. Like, you are doing this together with others. You're building strong teams, and you want to attract in the people that you can work with, the ones that you work well with, and you boost each other and you lift each other and you do things together to really create wealth together. So then what happens, once you reach 6A, that's not the end. So that's just the start of the leadership and lifetime bonuses that Enagic share with their leaders. And the first, like I mentioned, is when you reach 6A, you get a bonus of 2,100 euros. And then when you support 2 others, or you have your own 2 6A accounts underneath you, you become 6A2. And there you earn a bonus of 4,200 euros. And, once that ripple effect happens, and then once those leaders that became 6A also have 2 6As that they've supported each, then you become 6A2-2. And this, it doesn't say here, but then you get a bonus of 8,400. So it like doubles for each time. But then the next level is really where you want to go, where we have, the vision and the plan right now to be there within a year or 1 year and a half, which is completely doable in the speed that we have been going in Enagic so far. So that is where you get the first lifetime bonus, which means that Enagic is so thankful for the work you've been doing that for life, whatever happens, you get a monthly bonus of 3,500 euros. And for me, that is like the legacy income. That is something that I can pass on to my kids. This is something that I can make even more positive impact with in the world. And you get the one-time bonus of 17,500 euros. And that's still not the end. It just goes on and on and on. It doubles and doubles and doubles. So my leaders, they are like -3, -4, -5, -7, and they walked before me, and they are teaching me their strategies, their ways of working. Like, it's this family growing, like this global family supporting each other to really create an abundant way of life, because we deserve it, because this is the way we should be living. We shouldn't be living, under constant stress, or not being able to go where we want to go, or give back to the world if we want to do that, or do our passions, or take care of ourselves, or whatever we want to do. So this financial strength is so important for us to be able to thrive and to support each other through these hard times. And you might believe, that people, oh, this is an investment into this business. Oh, it's hard times. And some people, they don't think long term. They like hurting, and they're becoming more tense, and they don't understand that, especially in hard times, you need to create another way of life. You need to create another path. You need to create another way of making a living that is not the old way of living, because the old way is going down, like it's crumbling right now. So we are so many people waking up to the fact that we need to just pave the way and create another way for ourselves and other people. So how do we actually work with this? What is it that we do? Because this is a business, this is a work. It's not that you're going to sit back and just, my legacy income is coming. You have to do some work, and it's very, individual for you. Like, the baseline is super simple. You own your machine, you recommend it to others, and boom, you get commissions. But a lot of us, we work with computers. Like, if you just have a computer, or a phone, you can actually work online with this from anywhere in the world. And once you are an independent distributor, you have the right to work anywhere you want in the world, and you can work in any way you want as long as you follow the guidelines from Enagic and the Direct Sales Association, which is the qualification that Enagic has. So in our international community, we have beautiful educational platforms and systems in place for everyone coming into this amazing, heartfelt, beautiful community. So from Australia, we have a large team called the Freedom Era Community. They have like a top level educational platform and a business platform where you can get like all the top people in the world educating you how we work with this. And in Sweden and in Scandinavia, also growing throughout Scandinavia, we have an education platform in the Scandinavian languages growing right now and being launched anytime soon. And so there you get the support in those languages for those of you that come from our part of the world, which we're really, really proud of that we have created for you. So just to show you about the Freedom Era a bit more, these are really heart-centered people that have the vision to create a new way of doing life and business, that really want to bring forth the new earth in how we live, lead, and serve and receive. And we really want to support people to create businesses that do good for themselves, the people, and the planet. And the mission is to support people to live the life that's true for them, to have the resources, skills, and the belief, because it's a lot about your mindset, a lot about, the money mindset. Can I do this? Am I good enough? Am I to value yourself, to value your life and your time, and to get that belief in yourself, to really go out there and reach for your visions and reach for the stars. And when we really do this together, when we rise for ourselves, we rise for us all. So it's such an amazing, beautiful, community that you come into, where like they've thought of everything in this platform. You can also get full automation here. They take care of people that are interested in what we're doing. They actually have calls for people. You can get help with because what you learn to do is to work as yourself, to really come in contact with yourself, to be your authentic you, and just be present out there online and do your thing, do what you are passionate about, do what you love to do. And as you share that with the world, you attract the right people to you. So this is called attraction affiliate marketing, where you're just showing up as yourself and you're just inviting people, just like you got in contact with this webinar or got into our groups, our Facebook groups or platforms, that once you just shine your light and you get out there, you attract the right people that also want to create this vision with you. And so this is the Freedom Era. I really recommend you to have a look at it. You can get a link from the people from the person that invited you, and you pay 99 Australian dollars and you can get a refund. So you go in there, you book a call with the DBS, Digital Business Specialist, and they will help you to see if this is for you, and you'll get a discovery process where you go through a certain number of steps and information videos, etc., just to be clear about, what this is about, be clear about your vision with this, who you are, what you want to create, to see if this is a match for you. So really make sure, if you want to have a look at the Freedom Era, ask for the link, and really it's so worth that investment, because it's a huge investment to your future, to yourself, to being crystal clear about who you are and your vision. So yeah, go really just jump on in there, and you will and you'll just have to experience it for yourself. And in the Scandinavian team, we're building this smaller platform. It's not the Freedom Air. The Freedom Air is like the top. They've got the top, personal branding people, mindset people, like all of this. So the Scandinavia Wilds is more like a simple step-by-step guide in the Scandinavian languages, where we have webinars in the Scandinavian languages. Oh, sorry, this was in Swedish. I forgot to translate this, but I'll translate for you. So our slogan is to shine your light, because I believe the more of us that shine our unique light, the more beautiful this place becomes. And we are a beautiful, growing Scandinavian team. We are leading the leading team in Scandinavia. We have our own masterminds and launches, like educational courses for everyone in the team. And we have a beautiful launch coming up now, like a beautiful mastermind coming up that I'll show you. And we're really based on deep values of self-leadership, of respect, community, and really supporting and lifting up each other to be able to create our vision. And we're really challenging, the jantelagen, we say in Swedish, like to bring each other down is like, no, it's not allowed in our team. You're out, sorry. So there are strict, guidelines for how we work and what we do in our team, because we want to lift each other up. We really support each other. We have respect for each other, and we do things together to become more powerful and to create our vision and live our vision. So just a summary of the affiliate program and the business model that Enagic has. We work with a top quality product with multiple industry awards. It's also something that is so necessary out there, something that is so essential to give people the best quality water there is. And there is a growing awareness about the importance of water and health, where you can really be one of the first pioneers to join this trend, and also to get the word out there about something that is so, so important for so many people. And you just tap into a ready-made business model that is duplicatable. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You're actually just doing something that a lot of people have done before you, so that you can go straight ahead into the good things with being an entrepreneur. Like, you don't need a lot of employees. You don't need to buy a lot of stock. You don't need to put yourself at risk in that way. You have a physical machine. Like, the investment that you make is a real thing. This is so stable, so constant. And you work with a company that is super stable, more than 59 years old, with top quality awards for their whole model and their whole company. And it's an affiliate program where you work smart. Like, the energy and the time that you put into this will give so much back because of these high ticket commissions. It's not like these, low ticket sales where you have to have like 200 sales per month just to earn like some kind of income. Like, if you come to the higher ranks and you make one sale, for me, that's like way more, just one sale, than I would earn as a teacher. And you can imagine, like, being many years into this, it's like way more than a salary of being a teacher. So like that, it wouldn't be financially sane for me to go back. Like, I could never go back to a 9 to 5. I could never go back to not being free, where I can go. Like, that feeling of freedom that comes with this model of working is something that you could never go back to anything else. And you also join a network of thousands of driven entrepreneurs that will show you how they've created their success. So you have full coaching, full support, especially if you join our platforms like the Freedom Era or the Scandinavia Wilds. You have step-by-step guides, exactly like how to launch your business, how to work with personal branding, how to work with your mindset and do the inner work, because that is so important. Like I've seen it in the business also, the ones that go into competing, the ones that go into, that's mine, that's yours. Like we shouldn't, they're not going to succeed with this. There is some magic in an magic, the ones that stay with their integrity, they stay on their vision, they stay with the heart, they stay with setting their values, living their values. Those are the ones that really succeed with this business. It's so beautiful to see. And so that is why these people that have walked before you, I can tell you, they're all love. Like they're all just, I actually met in Germany, I met Cynthia. She's like a -7 in Enagic. And when she had her talk there on the stage, it was all just love. It was all just like, well, I don't really know how I got here. Like, honestly, that's what she said. But, I just love to give this this is a gift from God. This is such a gift for people. And I just love this and I share my love for it. And that's what I feel too. I just share this incredible, opportunity that can just explode your life and give your help in so many ways. And that's how she got to like -7. It's like one of the highest ranks that exists in an addict. And that is so beautiful with this business. The more we give this, we value this as a gift, and we give this to others and do it in full transparency, full honesty, full, open heart, can answer any questions you have, then it's not for everyone. Like it's not for you if you still are in the old paradigm and you think someone else is going to do the work for you, or you're going to blame everyone else for not getting anywhere, or you start to argue with people that are interested the first you do. Like, no, please don't come into our business. If you are service minded, if you are heart driven, if you really want to do service to humanity, if you want to be a part of this important impact driven community that want to spread real optimal water to people, yes, like don't hesitate, like reach out to me now, and I'm sure you're going to completely thrive in our community. So yeah, babble, I can talk on about this. But anyway, this is what's coming up in our community right now. We have launches a couple of times per year, and this time it's one of the biggest leaders in the world that are coming to us, to our little team in Scandinavia, which I'm so proud of. So the mastermind has actually just started. You can still qualify if you come into the team, which means that you make your order for the machine before the 18th of June. You have qualified for this mastermind. So really, if you feel drawn to this and you have the possibility, like really look into this before that, because this is the people coming in is Clint Morgan, that is a -4 from Australia, and he is like a master of mindset, and he's going to talk about the millionaire mind and activating the money-making machine to power your enagic success. And he has actually been a part of building the whole Freedom Era movement together with his wife, Christy. And they're really good friends of ours. They're beautiful leaders. And I'm really happy to also announce that they're actually coming here for the first time to Scandinavia, to Stockholm, the first weekend of September this year, 2023, which means that Clint will be there. Balazs, which is a soon -6 leader, like he's been in this community for 10 years. He's like one of our founding fathers, is going to be here in September. We actually have a -7, like, yeah, Romy, that is the upline of Balazs. If you don't know upline, that is one that introduced you. So and so the level of leaders that are both coming into this mastermind and then coming to Sweden in September is so huge. So make sure that you join before September, and if you want to join this mastermind before the 18th of June. So the other top leader that is coming in for this mastermind is Ryan Felix. He's such a new paradigm leader. He is a completely different team than our team. He's still under like the top leader, Balazs, but we all help each other. Like he jumps onto this mastermind and gives full value, and I'm going to jump onto his team and give full value to his team from what I've learned through the years. So we all support each other, and Ryan is brilliant at leadership. He's actually also, you know, passionate about coaching huge leadership groups around the world and is doing an amazing job with that. So he's going to talk about the leadership ripple effect, which when you step into self-leadership, how that just ripples in your life and you create more and more other leaders around you. So I'm actually really excited myself to hear what he has to say. And then we have an amazing Victor and Maria. Victor is actually my husband's brother. He was the first one who joined our magic business. And he's also 6A together with Maria, his girlfriend. And they are so much really the embodiment of self-worth and joy. They come from, you know, the hard 9-to-5 life where Victor was driving a transport truck and Maria was like being burnt out in as a kindergarten teacher. And now, you know, that young, they are traveling the world. They're in Bali right now. They've been in a huge leadership, you know, retreat in Bali with lots of other leaders in this community. So they're just going to, you know, boost everyone with their joy, with their self-worth, and how you deserve to live and lead your best life. So this is the upcoming mastermind that I'm so proud and happy to present. And yeah, so really reach out to the person right now that invited you. And what we are about in this team is to really be a part of a positive wave of, or a powerful wave of positive impact, and to create a legacy income in a very honorable way and really make your unique visions a reality. So this is the possibility, this is the gift for you. So we're here for you with any questions wherever you are in life. We can support you to really create this and be a part of this amazing team that we are creating here in Scandinavia. So thank you so much for taking your time to listen all the way through and to really, you know, change your water and change your life the way so many of us have already done. So thank you so much, and really looking forward and hoping to see you within our team, and hoping to see you just thrive and boost with your unique light and your unique energy and your full health in this world and in this community. And so hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for being on here with us. Bye bye.